My name is Nathan Cogdill, and today I'm demonstrating 12-league EKG placement. So we start with knocking on the door and entering the patient's room. I'm going to state that my hands should be washed before this. I'm going to introduce myself to Mr. Sims here. We're going to explain the procedure to him. So today we are going to place EKG electrodes and get an EKG pattern going. So you're gonna assist the patient with taking off their shirt, and at this point you would prep the skin, which means shave it, clean it, anything that needs to be done. Our patient obviously doesn't need to be shaved. We've already placed the electrodes, so you would place one electrode on the right arm, and then on the right side of the body below the heart where you're not going to feel a heartbeat, and then you'd place another electrode on the left arm and then below the heart where you're not going to feel a heartbeat. And then you're going to place one electrode on each side of the sternum on the fourth intercostal space. You're going to come mid-clavicular and go down to the fifth intercostal space and place one there. And then you're going to take these two electrodes, measure the distance in between them, and put another electrode there. And then you're going to come mid-axillary, 6 intercostal spaces down, and place another electrode, measure the distance of these two, and put one there. So then we come over here and we get the actual leads, and you're going to place them on the patient to where they're not going to, get hurt. You separate the two to each side of the body just so you can keep them, separated. So we're going to go ahead and place the electrode on the left arm, on the left leg, which may be a little difficult. And then we'll just go ahead and come over here and do the right arm and right leg as well. So we're going to place the right arm and the right leg. And then you go V1, and they're all nicely labeled. So this is your V1, V2, V3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's actually going to be 10 leads, but there's 12 angles around the heart, and that's why it's called a 12 lead instead of a 10 lead. So you go V1, and then you're going to go V2 right here, and then V3 is going to be this one. V4 is going to be the mid-clavicular one on the fifth intercostal space. V5 is going to be the one in between the mid-clavicular and the axillary. Alright, and then once all those are placed, you're going to come over here. You would do your EKG reading, which I'm not going to demonstrate at the moment. And then once that's done and you've printed your paper, you would come back to your patient. You would remove all the nodes, place them to the side so they're not in the patient's way. And then you would take this away, set it back on your stand. You'd assist the patient with removing any electrodes, which can be rather painful because they are so sticky. So they can get a good reading. So you're going to remove all of these. If the patient's willing to, he can assist you in this step. Our patient is not going to assist us in this one. these removed. And once you are done with that, you would redress the patient, make sure they're comfortable, ask them if they need anything else, thank them for their assistance in allowing you to do this today. You would wash your hands and then leave.